Current cultural consensus suggests the internet is drowning in AI-generated slop. The prevailing theory is that these images are soulless and something consumers will reject. But an independent creator recently decided to test that assumption. In a single afternoon, he used AI to build a complete digital product from scratch. The product was simple, a zip file containing 32 digital wallpapers. They were styled to look like thick, layered acrylic paint, formatted for both desktop and mobile screens. This graph tracks the performance of that single afternoon of work. After the launch, the revenue spiked, eventually crossing $40,000 in pure profit. $40,000 for a few hours of generation suggests the slop theory is missing something. We have to look at what actually drives value when the cost of production drops to nearly zero. To create high-end acrylic art traditionally, you need physical space and specialized equipment. You need the right canvases, heavy-bodied paints, and the tools to layer them. Before AI, this required renting a studio, purchasing supplies, and spending years mastering the way a palette knife moves across a canvas. There was a massive physical and technical barrier to entry. Today, that entire physical process is completely bypassed. A $10 monthly subscription to an image generator replaces the need for a studio, the materials, and the manual skill. In a traditional market, when the barrier to entry vanishes and supply becomes infinite, the price should mathematically drop down to zero. But because the technical execution is now a commodity, the scarcity has shifted. The market value now rests on a different metric: taste value. Taste value is the application of a professional design eye to machine-generated outputs. It is the ability to filter through thousands of variations to find the specific aesthetic that appeals to a buyer. The creator's workflow wasn't out mastering complex prompts. It was all about rapid, iterative experimentation, generating vast quantities of art and then meticulously selecting only the highest quality results. The creator presents the 32 chosen files inside premium, real-world mockups. Seeing the art displayed on glowing screens allows a buyer to instantly picture the exact aesthetic on their own devices. The profit structure for digital goods like this is unique. With minimal costs for hosting, the profit margin on $40,000 is roughly 99%. Because there are no physical goods to ship, one person can capture global sales without a staff or back office. Buyers aren't paying for the math behind the AI. They are paying for the curation, the aesthetic vision, and the time they didn't have to spend generating the images themselves. Skeptics argue that this success is an outlier, claiming it only happened because the creator already had a large following to sell to. However, the data shows that most buyers were strangers. They discovered the product through social feeds and algorithmic recommendations, not through a pre-existing connection to the creator. This model reverses direction. Traditionally, you built an audience to sell a product. Today, a tasteful product acquires the audience. It functions like a magnet, pulling buyers toward it based purely on aesthetic merit. This leaves what we can call the initiative gap. The tools are available and the costs are low, meaning the only remaining barrier is the willingness to actually execute, package, and launch a finished product. The internet economy is indifferent to the technology behind a file. Consumers pay for utility and beauty, leaving a massive opportunity for anyone willing to step in and curate.